Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and in this video I'm going to show you around Isla Blanca County Park, which is on the far south end of South Padre Island, Texas. It's mostly an RV park campground, has its own very nice beach area, and for fishing and boating and other water recreation. And it's one of only 3 RV parks on South Padre Island here. So at the end of this video, I'm going to show you on the map exactly where this is and where those 3 RV parks are, and also a boondocking spot. A nice boondocking spot I've been to a couple times here on South Padre Island. So come along with me and I'll show you around this area. Just outside the gates to the park are a lot of businesses. Here's some of them, including what looks like a very nice restaurant, which I have not tried. And then over here is where you can sign up for cruises on these boats. An outdoor restaurant right next to those cruise boats. And right across from there is a water park. It used to be a sliotar run. Now it's just called Beach Park. There's nobody here, even though it feels like it's in the high 90s. I guess they figure the season's over. Back out on the main road is these recreation businesses. And another restaurant called Dirty Al's. I hope Dirty Al is not the cook. I wonder how dirty he gets. And I hope he doesn't confuse the fish food with the human food. Maybe this gift shop is where the mermaids buy their bras. I've been on several party cruises in my life, which can be a lot of fun if it includes the rum punches unlimited. And if you want to be really close to the boats here, the RV park does have some spaces along here that you can choose to stay in. The RV spaces around the park are not all the same. Some are better than others. At least I have concrete to rest my tires on. Little birdie is hanging out on my electrical cord. I got 50 amp connection there, a water faucet, and a sewer dump right there. Now the roads here in the campground are all full of potholes. They do fill them up, but they tend to just reoccur, and how that happens I'm really not sure. I picked this spot because it's a close walk to the beach. So let's go out to the beach here and see what it looks like. There's a boardwalk going out to the beach right from this huge pavilion they have here. And all these tables are for eating. They do have a snack bar right there. Well, the pictures look good. And there's their menu. Shrimp basket is $13. Hamburger combo is $8.50. So it's a pretty decent menu. And next to that is a store that sells various things you might want for the beach. And on this side has play equipment rentals. You can certainly bring your own picnic lunch as well And they even have electric outlets that you can use. 2 outlets on the side of that post. And this is how close it is to where the hotels start. Look at that. Skyrise. Wow. And then between here and there is a water park. And here are showers that wash the sand off when you come back in from the beach. Not a whole lot of people at the beach today, but the beach goes down a long ways over there towards the south, and I'm gonna go in and see what the water's like. During the summer, the water here does get on the warm side. Here in mid-October, it's starting to cool down. I would consider it just ideal temperature for me. I don't like it very cold. When you first get in, it feels very cool and refreshing, but after sitting in it for a while, you start to feel the warmness set in. And you do have to go out quite a ways before it gets very deep at all. So it's a very shallow beach until you get kind of far out. They have this really nice boardwalk all along the beach. So I'm going to go down further and see if there's anything different down there. Now going the further down the beach, they have this concrete sidewalk, places where you can sit down with shade if you're here midday. This is late in the day, so the shade is way off to the side there. And here I'm coming on to the second pavilion. Here's the hours and the rules. This pavilion looks the same as the other one, except here they're having a birthday party. So there's more people here. And right along the shore, there's people lined up all the way. Now, a lot of these people just come in for the day. They have a day use rate to get in, so I would say most of these are not campers. They also have an area here where you can park right close to the shore, and this seems to be the place to go fishing on these boulders. And you don't even have to be within 30 feet of your fishing pole. And look at this. An interesting sculpture they've got here. I'm going to go get a closer look at that. Looks like they're trying to compete a little bit with the famous statue similar to this in Brazil. It's named El Christo De Los Picadores, something like that. There's plaques here, people who have some significance to it, and can't quite make that out. Huh. I've gone pretty far south now, south of the main sandy beach and south of the fishing area and south of the statue. And here is a very rocky, or actually packed with boulders, seashore. There's a beach here, but it is not as well as a nice sandy beach as the other one is. But there are people playing in the water. There's only this small group of people here. Further down is nobody. But I guess some people like this area. And it is right in front of the third pavilion. This one, however, is just a stage and seating for special events. They've got some kind of a meeting going on there. And this building in front of the stage is also just used for special events. It's closed now. And further down the coastline here in the park is a boat ramp right there. Now let me show you some things on the map. When you come across the causeway, you turn to the right, and that goes south. The Isla Blanca Park takes up just about all of the south section here. This is the entry to the park. These are the businesses that I showed you. And then there is a KOA right here, which is on the bay side. So there's no beach, but they do have a boat ramp. Now going north from the causeway, this is where all of the hotels and businesses are around here. This is a regular full city. And here is Bowie County Park, which also has an RV park. And however, they only have 20 spaces. I did stay there once. It's okay. It's best for really close beach access. And this park and the Isla Blanca Park are both owned and operated by the county here. And from the Bowie County Park going further north, there are several beach access roads here. You do have to pay to drive onto the beach, which some people do. But let me tell you, before you drive your vehicle actually out on the beach, walk out to it first. Take a good look and make sure that you're sure that your particular vehicle is going to be able to get out of there. Because I've been there when there's some thick sand spaces where you can easily get stuck. But a lot of people do drive right on the beach. Now this road here that goes up along it, that's a paved road, and it goes up to here. It dead ends right there. And this road, you can park anywhere along this road, and there's no parking restriction signs. You could park there overnight. I've done it twice myself before. The problem is it's a two-way road and it has a shoulder on each side. However, the shoulder tends to get filled up with sand on both sides. So if you're looking for a place to park, whether it be just for an hour or all night, you got to find a place that is got enough room where the sand hasn't taken over the road. And I suggest you go all the way down to the end where it dead ends. That's where you're most likely to find a good place to park, and from there you walk over the sand dunes onto the beach. Here in the city area, there not only is no boondocking, but to get to the beach you kind of have to go through the hotels, and they don't like that. There's a few places where there is a walkway between one hotel and another where you can walk out to the beach. The hard part is finding somewhere to park. So if you just want to get to the beach, go north of the Bowie Park, and you can easily find a place. You can either drive out on the beach or, like I said, just park along the road there. Now let me show you Isla Blanca's website where they have the rates. And there's 4 categories: premium, standard, standard no cable, partial hookup. I think premium is the most popular spots, and the rates vary by season: winter, summer, and off-peak. That's defined right here as to just when each rate applies. I got a standard space, so I'm paying $40 a day here. But you may not be able to get the cheapest rate, the partial hookup, because about 90% or more of all of these sites are full hookup. So you're probably, the cheapest rate is going to be this one here, 45 or 35 to $55 throughout the year. If you want to stay for a whole month, I mean throughout the year, the rate would be $550 to $625 per month, which is not too bad for a nice place like this. But you have to pay electricity on top of that, and in the summer those electric bills are going to be pretty high, running air conditioning like 20 hours a day. Now there are cheaper RV parks on the mainland. This is the city of Port Isabel. One time when I came here, I stayed at an RV park right around here, and then I just used my motor scooter to come out to the beach when I wanted to. Well, that's my take on camping and playing around the beach, South Padre Island. Good day, folks.